Alright, ladies, let's get right to it. Today we're gonna talk about why life is just plain better when you're skinny. I don't wanna have any whining in the comments or people that are slow. I'm just a messenger. I'm just saying the unfiltered truth. I'm just saying what everybody is thinking behind closed doors. If you're offended, you probably need to hear this even more. So let's get started. So for number one, outfits, they always look good, okay? So whenever you're skinny, every outfit will pop. So crop tops, they crop the way they should. There's no muffin top, and low-rise jeans look nice. There's no armpit fat or anything like that. So dressing up is always fun, and I can't help but like listen to other girls that are always like, I hate being in a dressing room. It's so stressful to go back to shop in person. I hate it. It makes me self-conscious. So if you're skinny, you just don't have to deal with that. It's always fun. Shopping is like actually one of my favorite activities. It's an easy way to get your 10,000 steps in daily. Yeah, that's one of the perks. Even if you wear something super boring, you'll always look put together. So you'll never look like sloppy or unprofessional or anything like that. For number two, your health issues will just disappear. So a lot of people, they think they just got health issues before getting fat, or everything is genetics. Um, but your health problems will shrink when you shrink. I'm talking about like back pain, knee pain, and all those hormonal issues that people are having nowadays, like PCOS. Like I was reading the Hormonal Bible. I strongly suggest that everybody reads that book. But basically, like 95% of PCOS cases, it was for overweight or obese women. And a lot of people think it's like the opposite happening, like it's a reverse causation. Like you get hormonal issues and then you get fat. But no, most of the time you got fat and then you got those issues. So not only you have less inflammation in your body hurts just less in general. So life just becomes easier, not just mentally but physically. And I feel like people don't talk about that enough. Like I know someone that's like 27 that have high blood pressure, and obviously they're overweight. Like you should not be dealing with those problems when you're 27. You should not be having PCOS when you're 20. Those are issues that are super it's super likely that it's related to just being overweight. So right now, I want you to check yourself. Are you overweight right now? If you are, it's probably like causing all your hormonal issues. So yeah, that's the first thing I would suggest is to lose weight. And I feel like most doctors, they don't want to suggest that for some reason. Either they don't want to deal with the client being offended, or they know the client won't do it. Like realistically, I know like the health system is all about giving band-aids and not real cures. So saying to lose weight, they probably wouldn't do that. But I feel like that should be the first thing that you should try. If you have any health issues of any kind, it's like 90% chance that losing weight will fix it. And what pisses me off is I feel like a lot of people pretend that like their extra weight is not the reason why they're sick. Like, oh my god. I don't know. It's just I work in an office and a lot of people are overweight, right? Because we sit a lot, and you should hear the excuses people have. Like they could say like, "Oh yeah, my knees hurt," and they're clearly overweight, and then their doctor give them like painkillers and stuff like that. How, like, I feel like you should be self-aware enough to know that it's your weight your problem, right? Is there nobody around you that cares enough to tell you? Isn't that like fucked up? Anyways, I can't keep talking about this because this video will never end. So number three, assumptions and discipline perks. So here's a reality. People will look at fit women and think, oh, she's disciplined, she's pretty, she probably have her life together. So you get treated better at restaurants, stores, even people will open more doors for you because you look more delicate, more feminine. if you're bigger, people will assume you can lift heavy boxes. There's no one that's gonna go help and rush to help you out to pick up something. I know it's messed up, but that's just how it is. And also, if you're heavier, your voice gets deeper for women athletes because if you have high testosterone, which is caused by being overweight. So if you're overweight, you'll have higher testosterone, so you'll have a deeper voice. So people will just assume that you're stronger. And it's like the opposite for men, because if they get overweight, they have higher estrogen and then their voice gets more feminine. So yeah. But can you blame them? Like, there is truth to that, obviously. Like, if you're taking your health for granted and you're not even able to put effort for your health, what are you, like, prioritizing in life? Like, do I need to remind you that without your body, you're dead? So why is this not a priority? I feel like it's just that simple. And I'm going to do a disclaimer, but I'm not going to do that every video. This is obviously for the people that it's a choice to be fat. It's not the people with the 1% chance they got this disease of some kind and now their entire life they're just going to be fat. I'm not talking about these people. I'm talking about the people that are just eating like a family bag of chips, a family box of cereal, and a family size everything. And then they wonder why they're family size. You know what I mean? Okay, so for number 4, it's pretty privilege. So being skinny is probably the highest thing pretty privilege can offer you. For example, if you're fat and you have the cutest face, you have the nicest style, it literally does not matter. But if you're skinny, you can get away with having a face full of acne, you can get away with bad makeup, you can get away with bad style. It's just, people take you more seriously. You look better regardless of what you do. Your cheeks are more sculpted, you look less puffy. You don't need all those endless surgeries to look snatched, like those BBLs or buccal fat removal or facelifts. Because let's be real, most people that are overweight, they get those surgeries to look like they're skinny. But they're never able to like replicate the naturally slim face or body when they do those surgeries. So it's never enough. They get the surgery to look like them, but they'll never look like them. So it's endless surgeries. So not only you'll be treated so much better, you'll save money. Like, can we talk about how much money you'd save just losing weight? Like, financially, you spend less on food. You're less likely to be desperate, so you might buy like some dieting pills and stuff like that. It's so weird because some people will literally pay thousands just to achieve what it looks like to be skinny instead of just being skinny. Why not just put in the work? Even if you get liposuction and stuff like that, the inflammation in your body from what you're eating will remain. So you're not even healthier. This is like purely for aesthetic reasons. At least when you're skinny, you get all the health benefits. But when you're doing surgery, you're getting no benefits about it. And also, like, for example, the buccal face removal, you're probably gonna look old as hell later on in life. But if you just lose the weight, you could be 40 and you'll still look young because you've been healthy this whole time. You haven't had inflammation. You didn't put stress on your body. Your intestines are not working overtime or none of that. So for number 5, you have a better brain. You literally do better decisions. So being overweight, it doesn't just sit on your hips. It literally clouds your mind. Because the fatter you are, the higher the inflammation is, the higher the brain fogs are. Like, think about it. With that much brain fog and all that inflammation, you don't think like the average person. Well, I guess you do think like the average person because the average person are obese now. But you don't think like a normal person should. So a lot of like everyday tasks are harder. You're probably more likely to get anxiety and depression. So your mental state is just not fully there. And I wouldn't want to go through life knowing that maybe my brain is like working at 70% right now. Why? That cannot be worth the chips and all that. Impossible. There's no way, right? I just can't imagine Why would anybody would want to walk with a 20, 30, or 100-pound dumbbell in their hands every day? Like, no wonder you're tired. No wonder you can't think straight. Put the dumbbell down and watch your focus sharpen, okay? Like, I can't even think when I'm lifting weights. It's like my mind is just blank. And there's people around like walking with extra weight 24/7. How do you even think? Everything's exhausting. So for number 6, discipline is a flex. So, well, if you're disciplined, you probably practice delayed gratification, which is really sexy. It just tells everybody, I know how to show up for myself. It tells everybody that you have self-respect. And people pick up on that vibe, especially other disciplined people. So it's easier for you to attract those people in your life because you attract who you are. If you're constantly lazy, you'll draw lazy friends, lazy partners, lazy everything. If you're fit, you filter out those losers. They can't keep up with you. It's actually one of the best perks when you think about it. I don't have to waste time with people that are wasting their life away because they can't even think of approaching me because they see how I look. So they don't waste nobody's time. But also, if you are fat, this is another reason why you should want to lose weight, because your circle of friends, just your circle in general, will never be as good as it could be if you're skinny. And I'm not saying all the skinny people are perfect, okay? A lot of them are vain, a lot of they're blah blah blah, okay? But I'm just saying in general, if you're friend with skinny people, they probably have hobbies. Like, I'm thinking of the time of my life that I was the fattest, or I just spent a lot of time eating. I was watching a lot of shows. I just didn't have a life going on. That's when I was at my fattest. Straight up. When I have hobbies and I have things going on, I attract people that also have things going on and their pastime is not eating. So I think it's important, just the lifestyle that comes with being skinny. Because if you're fat, you'll attract people that have a fat lifestyle. So people that watch Netflix all day. People that probably don't take care of their appearance more than they should. Or they have bad priorities. And I'm saying bad priorities because I've seen people fat people get shapewears, those dieting pills, those everything that like make themselves less fat instead of getting less fat. Like, they're putting so much work into something so pointless when they could be putting work on themselves. Like, they don't have priorities for that. Anyways, for number 7, let's be real, okay? Body positivity is literally code for I don't want to change, I just want to complain. As soon as I hear someone is part of that movement, I just distance myself. That movement should be for people that are missing a leg or they have like a special skin condition that make them look different and stuff like that. Something that isn't a choice. Something that just happened, you know? If you have the power to change anything from your looks, then you should not be part of body positivity. That's not for you. And just claiming like out loud that you can't change your situation, you're so powerless and you're such a victim, nobody wants to be around you. Like, it's gross. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but do you want to be with someone that their whole life is happening to them, or you want to be with people that make their life happen for them? There's 2 different kind of people, and usually the victims, they stick together, and the go-getters, they go on the other side. So there's 2 type of people, and usually when you're in the body positivity is embracing victimhood. And also, I think it matters how you get there, because I know Ozempic is on the rise right now, but Ozempic still makes you lazy. Like, let's be real, you're not putting any efforts, you're still spending a bunch of money, you're probably still eating the same trash, so your body is still inflamed. Like, and there was, in this book, How to Not Age by Dr. Michael Greger, he basically talks about how people got liposuction, and their lifestyle did not change, and basically all the health conditions they had, they were still the same. So it's not fat that causes inflammation, it's the lifestyle that's causing the fat that's creating that inflammation. So even if you're getting Ozempic, if you're still sitting the same, you're still eating the same garbage, but just at less, like, you're still gonna be sick. You're still gonna be inflamed. So I don't think shortcuts are the way to go. I would never suggest anybody shortcuts. I would not suggest someone to starve themselves, fast for 2 weeks to lose weight, because you're gonna get it back anyway. And also, do you want to be relying on Ozempics or a drug in your entire life? Like, this is so short-term thinking if you really think about it. You're gonna buy Ozempic until you die? Is that the plan? Like, without the Ozempic, you'll just gain it back. This is not a long-term solution. So what's the, like, I feel like it's like lacking like discernment, long-term thinking. How could you even think of this solution in the first place? It doesn't make sense. Alright, so for the last step, for number 8, it makes you less approachable, but in a good way. So when you're slim, you don't just ooze that soft, comfy, hug me vibe. You look sharper, you look put together. So you automatically like filter out creeps. Men will treat you like wifey material, or they'll back off if they're intimidated. It's a win-win. And you don't attract lazy girls either, because they see discipline and they get scared off. So people that approach you, they have their life together. I know when I was like 10 pounds heavier than I was now, a lot of dusties would approach me because I had like a fatter ass and everything. So they thought I was lower quality. They thought I was more approachable. But when I got skinnier and I started wearing like nice gym clothes instead of like ratchet butt scrunch leggings and shit, only like men that are like they're classy, they make sense, they approach me. It's way less men, but they're higher quality. So yeah, that's definitely one of the plus. You get interrupted way less. If you're I feel like when I was dressing in a less classy way and I was like a little bit chunkier, I would get people would stop me all the time. And now it's like less freaking. So I can't complain. That's really a plus. So yeah, that was pretty much a video. If you want more like skinny videos, reminders and stuff like that, I'm gonna make more so you can watch them while you're on your walking pad or something like that. As you can see from the visuals, I don't want the girlies watching this to watch the visuals. I want you to do something while listening to this. So walking pad or on a walk or at the gym or something like that. So I hope it helped. So there's no room for excuses and laziness in the comment section. Only girls that want to level up. So if you leave negative comments like skinny girls are not all that or something like that, it's gonna be deleted. It doesn't matter. So yeah, comment below what are your favorite perks about being skinny, or the things you realized once you got skinnier, how people treated you, and all that. So yeah, that's it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Mwah!